So far I've only jacked up the car. Most of them out, except for this one. It feels like I need to hammer it out or drill it out. On this side, I'm ready to take off the caliper, remove the lines a bit on this side with one of the bolts, and the other bolt to remove the subframe. Rear subframe is right here. Do this one and do the one over here in the bottom, and I'll move back to that side. After struggling for fucking hours, I couldn't take off this brake line right here, this little one. I should be getting new brake lines, probably am, but I didn't want to fuck these up. Also this one right here, I was able to do the one by the prop line. You can't see it hanging there from the little hanger it goes on to. That one right there. You might not see it good. But I had to disconnect, obviously. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, I had to disconnect a few brake lines, hard lines, so I could disconnect the whole rear beam since I connected together. At the end of the day, I didn't want to fuck these lines up, so I said, alright, whatever. I'm gonna leave the lines on. I was able to take these off with the 11/16 socket, impact socket. You can see this side's off, that side's off. 3 bolts. This side is off, as you can see. That's the bracket, kinda. So now, technically, taking off these 2 rear bolts, the whole rear beam should come out. I have to go buy 2 more jack stands to lift the front of the car up to equal it with the same height as the back. So I finally took off the rear beam. So I couldn't take off the bolt, the ABS sensor bolt, the sensor. I just took it off from there's a grommet that goes into the rear seats. All I do will just take off the grommet, it comes off the whole cable. I'll just figure this ABS cable out. I'll figure out this ABS cable later. I'll fix this out later, as long as the whole thing is out. Oh, I rounded out. Maybe this cable. I'm also not gonna need the 2.0 exhaust, so I'm thinking of taking it off right now. You can just connect it all the way to the cat. It's literally connected all the way to the cat, hanging from all the way over there. It's all one piece. I think I might just have to take off the little brace right here. I think. So I just take this all off and hopefully just mount some of the Euro Sport exhaust I have for the VR6 I bought. Just mock it up, leave it hanging. So that way whenever I do, I won't have to pick everything back up, take off the rear beam or whatever, XYZ to mock up this exhaust, because I don't have an exhaust for it. It'll be open headers. This is what I have. I have the cat and this. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure this out. I already had the rack on, the subframe. Apparently, it looks good, but there's some oil here. Apparently one of the seals has no seal and it's leaking oil from the rack, so it's definitely no good. And the 5-lug rear beam's already in. I didn't record that because Joe came. We knocked that out pretty quick. I didn't feel like recording. It's pretty straightforward. He was able to get that bolt off for me. I could have probably done it, but once he got here, he tried it, he knocked it out. Now I have to fix the ABS cables sensor. We were supposed to do the front subframe, but the power steering rack stopped this. If not, the front, all the front sway bar would have been in by now. He took all bore bits to get re-drilled back to 5 to 100 again. This should be back in like 2-3 days. By then, I should be ready to throw the rims on this side. Lift that side, the front, hoist up the engine, and then swap out the front subframe, and it should be ready to go, start, everything.